Well, China's Xi Jinping certainly had a busy week in Asia, and now he's headed to South America for state visits and to watch the World Cup final. We're joined by LinkAsia's Beijing correspondent Mark Dreyer now on that. Mark, what's been the reaction to Xi's trip to South Korea?
Well, Tweet, the reaction was largely positive, with President Xi and First Lady Pang Liyuan receiving red carpet treatment from South Korean President Park, and Chinese net users seemed to appreciate that. This picture with the caption, "This is how Korean people welcomed Xi," received tens of thousands of likes and forwards and many comments as well, with one person offering a fairly cynical, if tongue-in-cheek, reason why the trip was so successful, saying, "Simply, I think Korea and Japan both use the enemy of my enemy is my friend method in their relations with China. But historically, things haven't been so warm, especially given China's history with North Korea, and many people were keen to dredge up past controversies, including this person who lists a series of disputed cultural and physical references. The Diaoyu Islands are China's, Chuyuan is China's, the Dragon Boat Festival is China's, and the Changbai Baekdu Mountain is China's." But this person is more humorous, simply saying, "We've given you Tang Wei, is this not enough?" in reference to the Chinese actress who recently got engaged to a Korean director.
Mark, earlier this week there was the 77th anniversary of the Marco Polo Bridge incident, which led to the Japanese invasion of China. And Xi Jinping was making the headlines there again, wasn't he?
Yes, that's right. If he was diplomatic with Korea, he was anything but with Japan, saying that if anyone wants to deny, distort, or try to beautify the history of invasion, Chinese people and people around the world wouldn't accept it. State media went into overdrive, and some of the most popular posts of the week came from national broadcaster CCTV and the official People's Daily newspaper. This post from CCTV talked about 35 million Chinese dying at the hands of the Japanese and ended with the line, "Never forget our national humiliation." In response, most reposted that final line about national humiliation, but one said, "Some people have already forgotten our national shame, treating today as if it's Valentine's Day, because the 7th day of the 7th month in the lunar calendar is Chinese Valentine's Day." Several other posts called for remembrance of Japanese atrocities and drew thousands of forwards, likes and comments, and whipped up a frenzy online, with one person writing, "I detest Japanese people. I will never forget our national humiliation. Remember those Chinese victims and at the same time curse the country of Japan to eventually be wiped out, be punished by God, and hope that they be given more tsunamis or earthquakes, destroying Japan." But not everyone was convinced with this response to CCTV. If it was lifting the prohibition against Japan having a military, posting this kind of microblog post to increase Chinese people's hatred against Japanese people might make sense. But anti-Japanese serials are already broadcast on TV every day. True strength lies in foreign diplomacy. Brainwashing people every day domestically is useless. But perhaps this post best summed up the current situation. When it comes to attitudes against Japan, China and Korea are largely unanimous. When it comes to problems against China, Japan and Korea are unprecedentedly unanimous. When it comes to problems against Korea, China and Japan are largely unanimous. China, Japan and Korea truly are a lame, tangled love triangle drama. As you can see, it's a pretty complicated situation with a long history, and these most recent storylines of diplomacy and propaganda are just the most recent plot twists. For LinkAsia, I'm Mark Dreyer in Beijing.
Now on US airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.